When we have equations that we want to graph, it is always easier to graph them when they're in slope-intercept form. So we're going to look at a couple of equations that we can convert to slope-intercept simply by moving variables around and just following all the rules of basic algebra. So we want to take x plus y equals -4, and we want to put it into slope-intercept, which would be y equals mx plus b. So we need to isolate y. How are we going to do that? By simply subtracting x from both sides. Cancels out. And we end up with y equals -x minus 4. And here we have slope-intercept format, and we have the slope is going to be equal to -1, because remember, if we just have a negative sign in front of the variable, that 1 is invisible, but it is there. And the y-intercept is going to be -4. So that's a simple one. Now let's take a look at one that might be a little more complex. And again, we want the form y equals mx plus b. We need to isolate y. How are we going to do that? Well, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to add 4x to both sides. And what's going to happen is the x's on this side will cancel out, and we're left with 3y equals 4x plus 9. Well, that's great, but we want y. We don't want 3y. So what are we going to do? We're going to divide both sides by y. By 3. Okay? This becomes 1 whole, and so we have y. Now, here's the problem. We have 4x plus 9. We have to divide by 3. We have to distribute that 3. So this is actually 4x divided by 3 plus 9 divided by 3. Okay, so now, what is this? 4x divided by 3 is merely 4/3 x plus, what is 9 divided by 3? 9 divided by 3 is 3. And so now we have slope-intercept. Y equals 4/3 x plus 3. What is the slope, or m? The slope equals 4/3. And the y-intercept is equal to 3. And that's how we convert equations into slope-intercept form so that we can graph them more easily.